What it? What it?
M.O.T.I. M.O.T.I.
Now tell him again. MOTI. What does that spell? MOTI, MOTI, MOTI. MOTI. Hey, MOTI. Come on, 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 MOTI. Hey, 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 MOTI. 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 Master of the industry. He's a master of the industry. She's a master of the industry. You can be a master of the industry. MOTI. MOTI. Hey. MOTI. Come on, 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 MOTI. Hey, 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 MOTI. 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 MOTI.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us this evening for the live demonstration as well as presentation of Masters of the Industry website, also known as MOTI. Who am I? My name is Munya Hamandishe Yemurai Thomas Chanetsa. All these names were given to me by my parents as well as my grandparents. One fun fact about me is that my grandparents on my mother's side were actually entertainers, my grandfather being a professional ballroom dancer, and both of my father's parents were teachers. So it only made sense that their grandson would become a MOTI, or let me say the first MOTI, one of many. And I hope that after this presentation, there are more that end up joining the movement and wanting to become masters of the industry. So who am I? I've been in the African music industry for over 10 years now. I've been so fortunate to wear various different hats in various different jobs, which are often seen as very gray areas within our industry. And ultimately, with the creation of this website was actually spawned because of the fact of, through my experience, I saw there was lack of education. And because of that, I felt that our industry was not doing as well as it should be, especially since Africa is the heartbeat of music and entertainment. And I believe that we are a powerhouse, but we are still yet to claim our title. And this website is hopefully one step in getting us closer to that. So let me begin with the presentation. What is Masters of the Industry? So, about MOTI. So, www.motiafrica.com is an online skills sharing platform which has been created to provide creatives with the much needed information for the betterment of their own careers. It is evident that at this moment in time, we have a lot of talent. The talent is there. However, the challenges that we face and the issues that we currently are in is that we do not have, let me say, there's a layer of business-minded people, or let me say there's not enough business-minded people within our industry helping protect our creatives. I often like to use the example as we have plenty of sheep. However, the shepherds, we don't have enough shepherds. And this is where Masters of the Industry comes in. It's a skills sharing platform, predominantly video-based, which provides a much needed information and a narrative for anyone aspiring to want to be in this industry or anyone currently in this industry, and if they have any questions that need answers. I'm going to move on to my vision now. Imagine an industry where the revenues and the royalties are flowing to the correct rights holders. Imagine an industry where the CMOs, the collection management organizations, are being notified correctly with the correct names and splits of the correct rights holders so that all the correct people are getting paid as they should be. Imagine an industry where we now have more unions formed, unions that are protecting our different creatives, whether a composer, whether an author, whether a performing artist, whether a session musician, and the list goes on. These unions are formed not only to protect, but they're also part of the solution. They seek solutions for our creatives so that everyone ends up winning. Imagine an industry where things are regulated correctly now, so that now when we go to a studio session, we know exactly how much the minimum amount should be paid. When an up-and-coming artist is performing on a stage, they know how much is the minimum he should be getting. In the end, imagine an industry where labels and all these different, where record labels and their accounts are all in order to the point where now we're no longer seen as high risk. Where now a record label can actually approach a bank and actually get a substantial loan to further invest into the label. These are some of the things of the visions of the African music industry that I would love to be a part of, that I pray to be a part of. Let's talk a bit about MOTI, as now you should be aware that that is an acronym for Masters of the Industry. The brand purpose. The brand purpose is that every and any creative's works should be protected. What are our objectives? To demonstrate how the music industry can actually contribute to a country's GDP. And how we do this, the tools. We're going to do this through mentorship, aggregation, information, conferences, workshops, and utilizing media. And what is our primary message? MOTI's primary message is enable and empower. If MOTI had a personality, this is how we would describe him or her. Open, unapologetic, factual, knowledgeable, professional, earnest, creative, informative, and youth-focused. Our core values, we believe in unity, African unity, trust, credibility, empowerment, disruption, proudly African, and activism. Our mantra, again, empower, to enable and empower. And our tagline is, Know better, do better. So just to give you some insight as to how the logo came together, we are proudly African. And the actual logo derived from an Adinkra symbol. Adinkra symbols they originate from West Africa. I originally encountered them when I was traveling in Ghana. And I mean, I fell in love with them. And had I known, I actually even had a tattoo. One of them, I actually tattooed this specific one on my arm many years ago. Little did I know that this was going to become our company logo. Or it would what's the word? Inspire our company logo. So this symbol actually means leadership and service. He who wants to be king must first learn how to serve. And just a quick quote that from our team is, African creatives lose out on millions of dollars due to unclaimed royalties every year. And this is just because of incorrect metadata, which we'll come to in a bit later, as well as incomplete split sheets. So what did we do as MOTI? We're introducing our very own digital metadata form. And we're introducing our very own split sheet. And these features will be exclusively available to registered users. And I can't go on without just introducing my team. There's myself, the founder. I have Vanessa, who's been responsible for brand building and communications. Tawanda, who has been handling branding and digital strategy. And our developing consultant, Nda. That's the team who brought this together, and we wouldn't be here without them. So, with that said, let's go on to the live demonstration of the website. So as I'm speaking now, the website is live. So if you type in www.motiafrica.com, we'll be all on the same page right now. You'll be greeted with the homepage, which has a welcome video, which has been done by myself, and I will actually play a small clip of it right now. To masters of the industry, #MOTI. A home for creatives to navigate and really understand this thing that we call the entertainment industry. Brands and anyone who actually use music could also learn a thing or two. Who am I? My name is Munya Hamandishe Yemurai Thomas Chanetsa.
However, from here on out, I'd like for you guys to refer to me as M.O.T.I, the man of the industry, your man of the industry. Can I get a M.O.T.I? There we go.
I've been in the African music industry for close to 10 years now. And within this time, trust me, I've learned a few things. A few things that I think that are so vital for you to understand as a creative in this space, especially in the African continent, so that we, as the African music industry, can progress and be the powerhouse that I truly believe we can be. So let me be your first M.O.T.I. In actual fact, I want to be your favorite M.O.T.I. Are there others out there? Definitely, and they'll soon join us. But my purpose, and the purpose of this platform, is to educate and inspire a new breed of business-minded people to assist our creatives in this industry. M.O.T.Is. So well, please do register. Please do come on the homepage and you can watch the full video in its entirety. Next, I will move on to the next tab of the website. So if you hit the About button, it will just give you a lovely breakdown, exactly what M.O.T.I is about, as well as a sign up button right to the bottom there. On the next tab, videos. Here's just a taste of some of the topics that we're touching on the website, such as, and I'll play one right now. Original entrepreneur. And an entrepreneur is an artist. Steve Jobs was an artist. Elon Musk is an artist. These people are artists and they understand the art of business. Alternatively, they are able to access people who can be artful with the business. Creatives are incredible entrepreneurs and business people. They are some of the best business people because they create value immediately. But just like the startup world, they need a team. You need a team. If you hit the button and register, here's a list of the team members that are so vital for you to have on board your team. A business manager, a road manager, a booking agent, a distributor, a publisher, and legal. For a simple breakdown for each and every one of the roles previously mentioned, please hit the register button and gain access to these videos. And look out for my MOTI masterclasses coming soon, where I'll be interviewing industry experts in each of these fields individually. Look out for that. So on the homepage, there are a few more promo videos such as that. Next, we're going to move on to pricing. So there are currently two plans for the MOTI website. There's a basic plan, which will give you the access to digital split sheets, the Ask a MOTI function, the music metadata basic, and those are going to be made free because it's evident that we need to just start doing this naturally. It should become second nature. For the advanced plan, we will give you access to everything just aforementioned, the digital split sheet, the Ask a MOTI function, the music metadata basic, as well as the music metadata advanced, as well as the learning material, which is some of the videos that I've actually, which is one of the videos that I've played for you previously. Next, we just have our MOTI socials, where we are available across the board on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. We're available on all these platforms, and you can find us on MOTI_Africa. Coming soon, please do join us and look out for the MOTI podcast, where we'll be focusing not on gossip, but more on the business side of what's happening, where we want to understand when there's an endorsement deal. What does it take to have an endorsement deal? What does an endorsement look like? And we'll also use current examples. Additionally, we'll also move on and have a MOTI vlog, where we'll also be showing the behind the scenes of what it's like on the business side of things within this industry. And next, we're going to be looking at signing in. So I'm first going to show you an example of what happens when you do not have an account yet. So signing up. When you press the sign up button, you'll be greeted by this create your account, where you will have to put in your username. You'll be able to select your role in the industry. And please note, we're very aware that sometimes people wear various different hats within our industry. And this is version 1 of our website. However, within the next versions, we'll be adding more features where you'll be able to select more than one role within, more than one role that you may have. We ask for your first name, we ask for your last name, we ask for an email address, password, and also your country, where you're based. And this is very important, and I'll explain a bit later when we come to the metadata form. I'm already a registered user, so I will just go straight to that and log in directly. Fantastic. So once you log on, this will be the dashboard which you'll be greeted with upon logging in. It will also give you a reminder that you're not yet a subscriber, so you'll only have access to the free the free functions. However, when you do subscribe, you'll have the additional functionality. If you scroll down a bit, we have video trackers. So these trackers help you keep track of how far you are in the video, how much of the video is left till you're done with it, etc., etc. As you can see, I've watched 16% of the branding video and 3% of the recording industry of South Africa video. And if you scroll further down, we start getting access to the videos now. So please note, anything with a blue sash or blue tag, those are usually promo videos, which are accessible and they're free. If you keep scrolling down, I've also made one of our MOTI message videos free, just so you can understand and see what it's about. So actually, I'm going to press play on that video so you can actually just see what this video is about. So this one is branding. Like any business, a business plan is needed, and music is no exception. What is a business plan? Well, a business plan is a formal written document that details 3 things. 1, the goals you want to achieve. 2, the strategy on how you're going to achieve those goals. And 3, deadlines and timelines as to when those goals need to be achieved by. The truth is, the music business is no different, and a plan is needed. Just as my father, Godfrey Chanetsa, always said, failing to plan is planning to fail. So let's kick this off by busting 4 industry myths. Number 1, overnight success. Trust me, there's no such thing as an overnight success. The only reason why you probably believe they're an overnight success is because you've only heard of them at that point in time. But what you'll find from most artists is that they've had a career probably for the past 10 years. Look at Burna Boy for an example. I first heard of Burna Boy in 2013 when he dropped the song Like to Party. I mean, it's almost close to 10 years later, and now he's going for his 2nd Grammy nomination. I also know some people that only heard of Burna Boy in 2019 when he dropped African Giant, and they believe that he was an overnight success. The second one is money. Some people are under the assumption that if you have lots of money or access to money, then it's very easy for you to make it in this industry. That's far from the truth. I've witnessed lots of people with lots of money enter this industry only to get exhausted because things aren't working out. And what you end up finding out, what the issue is that they didn't have a strategy. They just had money that gave them access to have features with the biggest artists and the biggest stars. But once again, without a plan, you might as well just be throwing your money down the drain. The third one. So that's just a taste of some of the videos that you'll be seeing on the platform. When you keep scrolling down, you'll see that because we're not a subscribed user as yet, some of these videos are locked, so you do not have access to them. However, if you do pay the $14.99, you'll get access to all of these videos. I've also made one of our MOTI masterclasses free. And the MOTI masterclasses are where now I'm engaging with industry experts so that you can hear from the horse's mouth exactly what is needed, exactly what they do, and the reality of our industry. In this example I'm about to play, we've made one free, and I had the pleasure of having an interview with Nishal Lala, the Finance and Operations Director of the Recording Industry of South Africa, also known as RISA.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you for starting to recording now. Okay. Greetings, everyone. Greetings. Thank you for coming to another episode of MOTI Masterclasses, where we're looking at sharing the information with a new breed of people that we want to groom in this industry, which I refer to them as MOTIs, masters of the industry. But these are people where I feel the creatives, we've got plenty of creators who are doing their thing, but we want them to continue doing what they do. But at the same time, we need a group of people who can put up their hands whenever the business and the administration and all those other elements need to be done and handle that. So that I guess the whole ecosystem, this whole industry can just function properly. And today's guest, I'm really happy to have Nishal on the show today. Nishal is from RISA, and he's going to be speaking about a couple of things, because I also know that within the CMO space, it's quite confusing. People don't quite understand who does what and the like. So I would just like to start off today by just thanking our guest for joining us.
Hi, Munya. It's really a privilege and an honor to join you in your masterclass and speak about RISA and what it stands for and educating the masses out there. So once again, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity and the platform.
Welcome. Thank you for making the time.
That's again just a little taste of what some of our masterclasses are actually looking like. At this moment in time, because I am in South Africa, the videos, I'm dealing with a lot of the South African industry. However, the plan is to deal with the entire continent. So please, any MOTIs that want to step up and share information, do not be afraid to reach out. If we scroll a bit further, we have a few more promo videos. I was very fortunate to come across a UK-based company by the name of Ioken. Ioken will be providing an NFT marketplace specifically for African creatives, because their mission is to make sure that African creators do not get left behind in this whole NFT social token space. So with that said, let me play the first video, which is what is an NFT and what can be done with one. Okay, guys. In the simplest terms, NFTs represent digital ownership. Imagine the digitization of everything. NFT stands for non-fungible token. It's a type of digital asset which forms a digital fingerprint for unique objects such as art, music, games, etc. within the digital world. So that's just a short and sweet explanation as to what is an NFT. So please do, guys, do register. You can register for free and get access to some of these promo videos as well as the 2 free videos. So please do so. Next, I'm going to touch on the music metadata form. For those who aren't sure of what metadata is really song information. Song information, which is very important for platform where, I don't know if any of you are subscribers to platforms such as Spotify or Apple. When you go to credits and you press that button, often in the African space, you'll see that there's blanks on certain areas, which is not a good thing. It's very important that the correct people are highlighted and recorded. So what does metadata? So what is the function that we've created under MOTI? So what happens now is we've created, to try and simplify this metadata issue, what we've done is, all you would need to do as a creative is drag and drop an MP3 into that Dropbox area. And as you can see, it's processing. And whilst it's processing, basically, if there currently is metadata, it'll pick up what's currently in the metadata. However, if there isn't, what will happen, it'll come up blank, which will most likely happen in a few seconds shortly. This metadata is vital for the development of our industry. It's something which I can't stress more than enough. It's very important to highlight the key characters so that, for example, if we don't know who composed the song, or if we don't know who's the producers, then how do we expect people to want to work with them more? I mean, we've seen internationally how international producers, the likes of Pharrell's and the like, it's very clear when they produce a beat and everyone knows, and then they get more business. So, however, we tend to neglect that on our side of the industry. So now, once you drop the song, and as I said, for this example, we don't have any information for the song that I just dropped in there. So what we can do is we just hit no metadata found, we press on one of the pencils, and then this document pops up. In this document, you will have the opportunity to fill in all the information correctly, from the album title, the album artist, the track number, the track name, the alternate track name, because sometimes the song, sometimes people think the song is different names, so you have the opportunity to put alternate track name, the featured artist on the track, the genre, as well as the subgenre. If you scroll down, we then go to label and publishing details. Who is the record label? Who is the publisher, if you have? The ISRC code, which is often issued by one of the CMOs. Who is the songwriter or author? Who is the beat maker and composer? Who's the producer? Who's the executive producer? And all the time, 3 people who often get ignored are engineers and the mixing and masters. But here we have the opportunity to put their names inside the document. And if you scroll down a little bit further, you can then put language, country of origin, the release date. The duration is automatically picked up once you drop the MP3, and the mood. And mood is important because now also when we started to see an increase in playlisting on these digital service platforms such as Apple and Spotify. So now it's important that we understand the mood so that now if there's a playlist that is looking for ambient music, or maybe you're looking for yoga music, or you're looking for workout music, we can easily pick up and know where to place your music in these playlists. Once all that information is done, you then hit submit. I haven't completed it in this example, but when you hit, when you hit submit, what would happen is then it will say your metadata has now been saved, and it will update on the screen as you get, well, it won't happen in this example because I didn't actually type anything, but it will save the new metadata. And then what you can do with that is, as you'll see shortly, at the bottom where it says download spreadsheet, you can then download that spreadsheet. And when you're working with an aggregation, a digital distribution company, and they're asking you for metadata, you can easily just come to the platform, download the metadata, and share it accordingly. It's as easy as that. And if you're not happy or if something needs to be edited, you can come and edit it at any time. And if ever you need to delete, you can just go to the little trash can and delete accordingly. So, as you can see, this is how the basic metadata document works. However, now, if you pay and you get access, then you'll get access to the advanced one. And what happens with the advanced one is the MP3 that you actually drop in the website, the metadata that you've just put in there will actually be embedded into the MP3. So now the MP3 will carry that metadata. So if you were to drop that same song or the new one that's updated in this document, the metadata will pop up correctly. So that's the difference between the two. I'm now going to move on to the split sheets. Now the split sheets are more important for the composers and the authors, also known as the songwriters and the producers. Split sheets are the documents which will detail how much of the composition do the different people who've contributed to it own. Again, this is something that we're not doing, hence why a lot of our composers and authors, also known as producers and songwriters, are not seeing the revenues that they should be earning for the song or for the works that they have done. And I personally believe it might be due to the fact that maybe it's quite a cumbersome process. Maybe the process of having to physically print a piece of paper, then you're now in the room and you're now writing down the different splits, and then you have to get everyone to sign, and perhaps someone is now left, so now you don't have their signature. And then now you have to then scan it. And once you scan it, you have to email out. So we've tried to reduce and make it as simple as possible by providing a digital method, a digital split sheet, where all you need to do is hit New Split Sheet. And what you can do is then, it'll ask you the song details, the song title. So I'll put MOTI theme song. The genre, I'm gonna make it Afro pop. And then it's gonna ask you collaborators. What was your role? Were you a composer or were you an author? Or were you both? If you hit the drop-down button, it will give you the option to choose one of those options, whether you're the composer being the producer, the author being the songwriter, or perhaps you did both. So let's just say, I'm saying I was both for the MOTI theme song. My name, my surname, my email, and then you also can put the percentage now. So I'm gonna put this at 100%. You can then you then need to put in your ID. For now, I'm just going to put in some random numbers. And if you have a publisher, which is optional, you input that. In the event, there's more than one collaborator. Say there's more than one, maybe there were 2 people. You can just simply add here, add a collaborator, and then you can, again, you put their role, you put their details, their name, their first name, their last name, their email address, the percentage, and their ID. But I'm gonna delete that for now. But once you do that correctly, you then hit submit. And what's gonna happen is the platform is going to send an email out to every single person who's taken part in this. So everyone who's input their email, so make sure you put the correct email addresses. Everyone's email that's been input will receive an email with a link. And I'm gonna show you exactly what's gonna happen. So what will happen is you will then receive an email, or all the people who've taken part will receive an email stating, hello, your requested split sheet is attached to this email. Feel free to reach out with any questions from the MOTI team. And attached, you will then see a digital split sheet. Oh, I know what I did wrong. What I was meant to do, apologies, was first I was meant to go down here where you see, you'll start seeing, you'll have a collection of all the different songs you've worked on. So here you see MOTI theme song. And here you see it says Munya 100% because I've uploaded it. If there were other writers, their initial would be there and it would be in orange. But it'll only turn green once the email that has been sent out has been clicked on and verified from the various different people. Now, in order to get the email, you first have to hit the download button here, and it's generating. And then a pop-up will say, we have emailed the split sheet to you. Now, let's do that again. What we then do is you then go to your email address, and right there should be the split sheet. And attached, as I said, it will have the little notification. And if you scroll down a little bit, you'll then be greeted by the composition split confirmation document, which will have the date, it will have the name of all the different people, the name of the composition, and if you scroll down, it will have a digital signature, your name, as well as your passport, as well as your ID or passport. Earlier on, when I was talking about signing up, I spoke about the importance of putting your country of origin. And this is also very important because, as you can see in this document, because I put South Africa when I registered, this document is governed by the laws of South Africa. However, if you're based in Ghana, if you're based in Uganda, if you're based in Nigeria, if you're based in Zimbabwe and you put that, then this will change automatically to be in your country of jurisdiction. And that is how the digital split sheet works. Next, we have a function called Ask a MOTI. So every second Monday, my team and I plan on hosting what we call a MOTI Monday, where we will be engaging on social media platforms and answering any questions that have been submitted through the platform. And this function is a free function. What you'll need to do is press Ask a Question. you'll be greeted by a message saying, how can we help? Of which then you can put in the title. What are NFTs? Question mark. And then, much like Twitter, we've limited to 120 characters. So you just need to put in, I do not understand NFTs. And then at the bottom here, you can see, we asked, where would you like your question to be answered? On Twitter. If you press Twitter, what will pop up is the @ sign, where then you will just need to complete and put in your handle. If you choose Instagram, very much the same thing. You just need to put in your handle. And I'll just put mine in quickly, Munya Chanetsa. And then you hit submit. Your question has been successfully submitted. So what will happen from here is that we will then have access to all the different questions. And myself, with my team, as well as any other industry professional who's willing to give their time, we will go live, whether it's on Twitter Spaces, on Instagram Live, or on YouTube Live, or TikTok Live. But for now, we're just limited to Twitter and Instagram. And we will answer these questions for you, and we'll go through them. We'll even type some answers and actually at you so that you see your question has been answered. Lastly, again, it's just your profile, which you'll be able to update at any time. You can, if you want to change, perhaps songwriter or you're a producer now, you can update accordingly, as well as your name, last name, your password. And then you can also input your billing information at any time. And that is ultimately the presentation of how the MOTI Africa website works. So before I sign off, ultimately this platform has not really been, it's been created for creatives. However, the reality is, this is a call for someone else, because the creators need to focus on creating. Let them do what they love, let them do what they do. But I'm asking creatives to find someone in the room who's going to be responsible for doing these things on your behalf. It's so vital, because this shouldn't be your responsibility. However, the responsibility that you have is to find someone to do it. So please, find someone in your team to utilize this platform, to make sure that all your admin is being put and done in order, so that we can see the vision that I hope we achieve one day. And also, with that said, may this also be a call to action to many of my friends around the continent, in the world, that are watching right now and have just seen what we've done. Please do join us, because we do need more MOTIs. I need more MOTIs. The African music industry needs more MOTIs to share and to give the skills so that for the betterment of the industry. Because only when we know better can we do better. With that said, this is Munya Chanetsa signing off, your favorite MOTI. Thank you. And thank you also, Academy of Sound Engineering, for putting this entire thing together. Have a good night. Thank you.